Have you ever watched something so powerful that you could feel it stay with you long after it ended? That's exactly what Season 6 of The Chosen is about to do. This isn't just another season. It's the day. The final day before the crucifixion. A single sacred 24 hours that changed the course of human history forever. And this time, we're not just watching it unfold. We're stepping right into the darkness where it all happened. According to Dallas Jenkins, the creator, almost the entire season takes place at night. The team filmed under real darkness to mirror the spiritual weight of that final day. The betrayal, the denial, the trial. All of it happening beneath the silence of the stars. That decision alone tells you this season isn't afraid to go deeper than ever before. Jenkins called it the most emotionally and spiritually demanding project they've ever done. And when you think about what it's portraying, the Last Supper, Gethsemane, Peter's denial, Pilate's judgment, and finally the crucifixion, you realize why. These aren't just scenes. They're the most profound moments ever written in Scripture. Episode 1 will dive straight into the trial of Jesus. No waiting, no setup, just pure intensity from the first frame. The apostles will try to defend him, but Jesus, in his divine restraint, will remain silent, because he knows something no one else does. No words can change what's meant to happen. If you've ever read the Bible, you know the trial wasn't a single event. It unfolded in stages, first before the Jewish leaders, then the Roman authorities. And now, The Chosen is bringing every layer of that to life. After his arrest in Gethsemane, Jesus is taken to Annas, a former high priest who still holds power behind the scenes. Annas questions him about his disciples and his teachings, and Jesus responds with a calm courage that sends chills down your spine. "I've spoken openly to everyone. Why are you questioning me like I've been hiding?" Then silence. A guard strikes him across the face. That single moment, one slap in the dead of night, marks the beginning of the storm. Next, he's brought before Caiaphas, the high priest, who gathers the Sanhedrin. The hall fills with false witnesses, their words tripping over one another. Nothing lines up. Nothing makes sense. Until Caiaphas locks eyes with Jesus and asks the question that seals his fate. "Are you the Messiah?" And Jesus, unflinching, answers, "You have said so. But from now on, you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the Mighty One and coming on the clouds of heaven." That one statement shatters the room. Caiaphas tears his robes. "Blasphemy," he declares. But they can't execute him without Roman approval. So Jesus is dragged to Pilate. This part, it never gets easier. Pilate doesn't see guilt in him. He questions, he listens, but nothing convinces him that Jesus deserves death. "Are you the king of the Jews?" Pilate asks. Jesus answers, "You say that I am." And yet, despite his doubts, Pilate gives in to the crowd. The noise rises, the pressure mounts, the people demand blood. And Pilate, trapped between politics and conscience, tries one last desperate move, offering to release a prisoner. Jesus or Barabbas? If this were a story we didn't already know, we'd all choose Jesus. But the crowd doesn't. They scream for Barabbas. And Pilate, heartbroken and defeated, gives them what they want. He has Jesus flogged, not gently but brutally. Flesh torn, body broken. Soldiers mock him, pressing a crown of thorns into his head, draping him in a purple robe and shouting, "Hail, King of the Jews!" as they strike him again and again. Still, Pilate hesitates. He shows Jesus to the crowd, hoping mercy will rise in them. But they only shout louder, "Crucify him!" And so Pilate washes his hands before them, declaring, "I am innocent of this man's blood." Then he hands him over. This, the betrayal, the denial, the unjust trial, forms the heart of Episode 1 and the first half of Season 6. And it's just the beginning. Filming this season has been a monumental task. The production stretched over 86 days, nearly 20 more than any previous season. Locations spanned from North Texas to Utah, and finally to Matera, Italy, the same haunting landscape where the Passion of the Christ was filmed. There's something almost poetic about that. Filming the Crucifixion, where it's been immortalized before, surrounded by the weight of history itself. But what's most powerful isn't just the location, it's the heart behind it. Dallas Jenkins said the finale of Season 6 will be supersized, not just an episode, but a full-length cinematic event. When he wrote the final pages, he said he felt a spiritual push to go all in, to capture not just the story, but the meaning of sacrifice itself. And the people who read that script were moved to tears. The Come and See Foundation, which helps fund the series, decided to take the finale beyond television, into theaters worldwide. This isn't just a show anymore. It's becoming an experience. The finale alone will cost around $30 million, more than any previous project by far. But they've already raised over half of it through crowdfunding. And Dallas's message to the supporters was simple yet powerful. Every dollar you give will be part of changing someone's life. That sentiment echoes throughout the entire production. Jonathan Rumi, who portrays Jesus, said this season has pushed him to his limits, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Filming the crucifixion scenes left him drained, even changed. He lost weight, he lost sleep, but most importantly, he carried the emotional weight of portraying Christ's final moments. It's more than acting, he said. It's transformation. Elizabeth Tabish, who plays Mary Magdalene, described the experience as heartbreaking. "You're watching someone you love be tortured and mocked," she said. "It's awful," and she's right. Mary wasn't just a follower. She was someone who had been redeemed by him. To see him suffer, even on a film set, was devastating. Abe Bueno Halad, who plays Big James, recalled the atmosphere on set in Italy. "I've never seen the cast so focused. There were moments that gave me chills. I came back to set even when I wasn't scheduled, just to witness it. You can feel the reverence behind every word from the cast." This isn't just another show for them. It's something sacred, and the release plan proves that. Season 6 will premiere on Prime Video sometime in 2026, but the finale, The Crucifixion, will debut as a full-length theatrical film on May 12, 2027. Imagine sitting in a theater surrounded by silence, watching that final day unfold. Jenkins says this story has never been told quite like this, with this much heart, this much truth, this much spiritual weight, and it doesn't stop there. The beginning of Season 7, which covers the resurrection, will also be released as a feature film on March 31st, 2028, Easter weekend. You can't script that kind of symbolism better. This partnership between 5 and 2 Studios and Amazon MGM is historic. It's the first of its kind, bringing faith, cinema, and storytelling together on a global scale. And it perfectly reflects The Chosen's guiding motto, "Get used to different." Right now, Season 5 is already streaming, setting the stage for everything that's about to unfold. Together, Seasons 5 and 6 form one unified masterpiece, a 2-part story about love, sacrifice, and destiny. By the time Season 6 begins, every character is standing at the edge of something irreversible. Jesus is trying to prepare his disciples, trying to tell them that this is the last time, but they still don't understand. And that's what makes this story hit so deeply. We know what's coming, and yet it breaks us every time. Because it's not just about history, it's about humanity. So what scene are you most excited to see brought to life? The trial? The silence before Pilate? Or that moment when the sky turns dark and all creation holds its breath? Whichever it is, one thing's certain. Season 6 isn't just another chapter. It's the moment everything changes, and it's almost here.